In the face of adversity, I prepared a verse to see, or hear rather.
Welcome to the first video recording of myself, Shammrie Brown, new published author of Notes on Junk, Making Your Mess a Masterpiece. I also go by alias, which is my Twitter name, which is Kingminded. So if you would like to follow me, go on Twitter and do @Kingminded, Kingminded. Today I would like to take an opportunity to share with you what's on my mind, or where I kind of came up with these ideas about this book right here. This short, thought-provoking book right here. Notes on Junk, Making Your Mess a Masterpiece. Today, I want to talk about the topic of, are you the problem that you have with other people? That's kind of like the premise of my book. Are you the problem that you have with other people? The person that you're interacting with is not the problem, but you are the problem that you might have, or you are the issue, or you are the hurdle that you might have with having a genuine connection with that person. My book starts off by giving you some small stories about myself and my childhood to indirectly draw attention to you. So let's dissect this subject. Are you the problem that you have with other people? Basically, when we interact with other people, there is almost all the time, in my experience, something, there is something in me that kind of deprived me from a genuine connection with that person prior to writing this book. I used to try to make new friends, and in making those new friends, it was hard for me to trust them. I know in this generation, in this day and age, a lot of people have trust issues. And those issues stem from somewhere. And that's what this book is about. It's saying that there is something that has happened to you along the way, or there is something that you may not have took a look at within yourself that is causing you to not have this genuine relationship with people. And this genuine relationship could stem from friendship to fellowship to intimacy, all of relationships across the board. And I am a strong believer that relationships are important. I believe that we live our lives to create relationships, to eventually, in an intimate setting, procreate another human being to further this journey of relationships. Now, are you the problem that you have with everyone else? That means mainly dealing with something within yourself that is causing you to perceive a relationship that you're in as something that it might not be. Say, for instance, if you were younger and you got hurt really bad by someone hurt your feelings, someone called you fat, someone talked about the clothes that you wear because you weren't fortunate coming up. As you grow up, those small experiences create this internal junk. I call it junk because it's junk. That's what it is. It's these things that we experience on a daily basis in our upbringing that causes this internal junk that in the future deprives us from personal relationships. Does that make sense? I know you're probably thinking it doesn't. But let me explain it to you like this. Say, for instance, when you were a child and you went through a situation in which your parents did not give you the attention that you needed. And as a child, you constantly seeked this attention once you got into school. So you were an attention seeker. You would do things like make loud noises in class, or be the class clown, or try to do anything to get everybody to look at you. That is a clear example of junk, internal junk that stems from a childhood experience that transcended into your daily lives. What this book right here, Notes on Junk, help you do is it's a collection of notes. Notes that stem from yourself, notes as far as problems, notes as far as cell phones, money, you name it. All these things that you have experiences with that causes you to not genuinely connect with others. That's a really interesting concept. In reading this book, I hope that people could recognize that if you took that time out to take every experience that you went through and examine it deeply and make it a part of who you are and acknowledge it and know it, you could potentially have a better relationship. You could potentially be a person that no longer allows people to connect to your junk because you know what it is. You could be a person that says, hey, I went through that, but I know who I am, and I'm not going to allow that to get into this relationship that I'm trying to create with someone else. So, the concept of the day, are you the problem that you have with other people? Take a minute to think about that.